Welcome back, everyone. Again, we're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. My next guest is a newbie. I have with me John Gormally. He's the marketing coordinator of COEUS Consulting. Welcome to the show. I always have to ask people first a little bit about themselves and what you do. So tell everybody and welcome to the show.
Oh, great, Kara. Thank you very much for having me today. So, John Gormally, marketing coordinator for COEUS Consulting here in Phoenix. We are a managed service provider, and we support many small to medium businesses with their IT technologies here in the area.
Now, COEUS Consulting was recently named an award finalist, I'll get it out, for the 2025 Southwest MSP Titans of the Industry. You have to tell us a little bit about what that all is and from your perspective, what that means.
Well, first of all, it's a great acknowledgement to our founder, Linus Malford. We founded the company in 2019 here in Phoenix. He had a long 25-year career in the managed services space. So to get acknowledgement from the industry of not only Linus's professionalism, but also the fact that he created incredible services for the SMB market. And he really stays true to that even today as well. So not only was it a testimony to all the team members at the company, but also a testimony of our leader, Linus, and the things that he's done, and not only in the community, but just the industry as a whole. So that was a big acknowledgement.
Awesome. It's fabulous. Yes. Well, congratulations on that. Now, when you work with people, I wanted to ask a couple of different things, because you're based here in Phoenix, but I want you to tell everybody, are you valley-wide, statewide? Can you just talk a little bit about that?
So we're very Southwest driven. We have offices in Pasadena, California, and Las Vegas, Tucson, and then of course here in Phoenix. But we do support clients in New Mexico as well. And we're finding that our market continues to grow. There's a big demand for IT services in the SMB space, which is really where we focus. I mean, we really like the 10 to 70 crowd. We're not big into the big companies or so on. We really like the SMB market because we think they're underserved.
Now, you're rated with the Better Business Bureau. The phone number is this, 602-93, and then it's COEUS. And you can check them out on their website, which is COE.US as well. Now, when you work with people, you do what you say, you call it a free assessment. Let's talk about what that looks like.
So the main thing we do is whenever we get engaged with a new prospect, the first thing we always do is come in and do like an initial consultation and an assessment of their environment. Many times small to medium businesses have very little time for IT. They just expect it all to work, and when it doesn't work, they want to be able to get it fixed relatively quickly. But when we ask them, well, where do you think is the biggest problem? Many times they'll say, oh, it's email security, or it's phishing, or somebody stealing our data, or whatever it is. But doing an assessment allows us the ability to say, well, you know what, there's some other issues as well. There's a compliance issue, your cloud isn't very secure, or your password authentication is not working the way it should. So assessments give us kind of an idea of what you're looking at, but it also helps them know, hey, these are some immediate problems we need to fix first. And many times they end up being surprised, saying, no, I think I just paid somebody to fix that, and they don't realize that it hasn't worked in 3 months. So having the assessment ability gives us a really good conversation, but also builds that early trust with that SMB owner as well.
Well, this is important because cybersecurity is massive. It's a massive part of our marketing message, okay? So why should a small business owner in Arizona care about compliance advisory as much as they should care about their next social media campaign, which everybody is trying to figure that out as well too?
Absolutely. So compliance and cybersecurity kind of, in many cases, is one and the same now, because if you have a cybersecurity event, it will affect your compliance status. If you're in healthcare and you're HIPAA compliant and you have a data breach, you potentially could be subject to a HIPAA fine. So when we're working with our clients, especially SMB ones, to say, okay, there's some compliance regulation you're going to align to, but it starts with, what is your security DNA? Do you believe in cybersecurity? Do you want to invest in it? What's your really take on it? Many of them are kind of like, I know I have to do it. But ultimately they do come back saying, yeah, you know what, if I lost this data, I would lose my biggest client. Because many small businesses here, particularly in Arizona, that work in the defense industry, have to be compliant with CMMC and other regulations. So when they fail to comply, those big suppliers, like NVIDIA or Tesla or somebody, will say, well, you know what, I can't work with you anymore. You potentially are exposing us upstream to problems. So small businesses have to treat cyber the same way that the large companies do.
Well, of course, and both, because it doesn't matter what you're small or big, you're still using that same, internet, right?
That's correct.
And also the other thing that I think is so important is why would you not think about it when it's prevalent in not just, cybersecurity? Look what's happening with AI can do almost anything,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
If you don't mind, would you talk a little bit about that?
Oh,
Because
absolutely. So AI attacks, Carol, and thank you for bringing it up. It's a great topic. So AI attacks is absolutely on the increase. Hackers can use AI to generate really, really awesome emails that fool everybody. AI can be used to target attacks in certain foreign languages. They can direct the attack against a certain company or a certain individual. If the attack doesn't work, they can change the script in a flash and send a whole complete attack vector out as well. But what small businesses, and I saw this during COVID, by the way, was hospitals, an example, made a decision to cut back on their cybersecurity because they weren't doing elective surgeries anymore. And you're sort of, as a vendor, going, okay, wait a minute, just because you're not doing elective surgery, you still have to protect your data. And some of them were just thinking money. They were thinking,
it's always down to money.
Cut back a little bit, cut back on budgets, and then they get creamed with a security breach. But it all comes back to that decision not to have cybersecurity in their total DNA. And that's why small businesses particularly struggle with, am I going to hire somebody or am I going to solve a cybersecurity problem? We come in as a managed provider to say, let us manage it for you. We can reduce your operating costs. We're 24/7, especially when small businesses deal with a lot of turnover in IT. They get people that come in and they stay a month and they leave and get a bigger job. We're there 24/7. So we really are the true answer for SMBs to manage their IT.
The phone number to call, it's 602-93-CONUS, which is spelled COEUS. And then you can also check them out on their website, which is COE.US, rated with the Better Business Bureau. And they're Phoenix-based, but they service the entire Southwest. The free assessment, that's really where it's got to start, right? Come in there, do that, find out what do you really need first, and then go from there.
Yes.
But make sure that you cover your cybersecurity. That is just
Absolutely.
huge for everyone. So if a business owner is listening today that feels like their technology is actually holding their growth back, what is the first step that they should take when they visit CONUS?
That's exactly the first phone call we want. We want people to call us and say, I think IT is holding us back, I just don't know where. So this goes back to that assessment, right? It goes back to listening to what their business goals are, what their strategy is, where they plan to grow. Is it going to be digital? Is it going to be more locations? Is it going to be more physical? Or is it going to be like they're going to expand their cloud presence? We'll listen to that and say, okay, well, if you're doing that, let's talk about how we can best help you do this and build a plan that we can help implement and manage long-term for you as well. But business owners today really are having to become a little IT savvy. Many of them are trying ChatGPT for the first time or Gemini, and they're playing with AI and they think, oh, this is awesome, until they realize that potentially they may have leaked data in that. So they really need to have that relationship with a managed provider like ourselves to come in and say, here's the best way that AI will help you with your business. Here's the most secure way for your employees to use AI as well. And that's again why we love that first meeting, is to talk free and clear, here's what we think.
I think you bring up a really good point, because a lot of people, like you said, they love it. Everybody loves it.
Yes.
But they don't realize the harm it can do
Yes.
when you don't know how to use it properly.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Or have yourself protected properly.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And the other thing that I was thinking it just before you, I actually looked at the number 2 question, which was
okay.
which is that everybody thinks that IT is just, help, right? When something goes wrong, I gotta call my IT guy to come in and help me.
Yes.
Right? But it's much further than that.
It is. We're not a break-fix shop. So when someone calls and says, hey, my computer died, can you come and fix it? That is not what we do. We're really the managed provider for the entire IT infrastructure that you have. And that's where we can bring the most value to the dollar. There are other people that do break-fix. They do very well. And there's other people, like we do the managed complete. There are some times where, we've had to sit with customers and said, you know what, there's a better place you can call. We're not going to waste your time and waste our time. But we have others that say, I need a plan. We're about to build this business relationship. We're going to get in the automotive supply chain with Tesla, and we're deeply concerned about not being compliant. That's exactly where we come in and help.
Well, the best thing for you to do is give them a call. It's 602-93-CONUS, which is spelled COEUS. And again, you can go up onto their website, which is COE.US. What would be your final words for everybody out there real quick?
Every business owner needs to have an IT strategy. They also have to have a plan to manage it long term. We're here to help with both. So please give us a call. We'd love to be able to meet with you and kind of do that first meeting together and kind of build a plan.
And your cybersecurity. Please make sure
Yes.
that you cover yourself in that area. It is huge. AI is fun and it's cool, but it could also cause you some trouble,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And again, make sure that you call them at this number, which is 602-93-COEUS, and then check them out on their website. They're rated with the Better Business Bureau. They cover the entire Southwest. It's COE.US.